previous lecture we learned few problems related to the unit 4, that is dynamics of the charged particle. So there are few more examples which are given in your textbook. So I think I have solved 4 problems from the unit. So there are few more. Please go through the problems and try to understand how they have solved the problem. So in this lecture I will be discussing the new unit number 5, that is dielectrics. So this is a new unit. So in this unit you will be first introduced to the what are dielectrics and what are the different types of molecules that are possible. So before going into the chapter, let us try to understand what is dielectric. So if you ask me what is dielectric, then I would say it is a substance which does not allow the flow of charges through it, but it can permit the electrostatic field. So this dielectric is a substance which does not allow the flow of charges through it, but permits them to exert electrostatic field. So hope you all have understood. So dielectric is a substance. So to be precise, it is a insulating substance or insulating material which does not allow the flow of charges through it. So this dielectric will never allow the flow of charges through it. So why this will never allow the flow of charges through it? Since it is an insulating material, all the electrons are tightly bound to the nuclei of atoms. So what is there in this? All the electrons are tightly bound to the nuclei of the atoms. So since all the electrons are tightly bound, so there are no free electrons which can flow and create a current. So here there won't be any flow of charges through it, but they can exert electrostatic field. So there are no free electrons to carry current, hence the electrical conductivity of dielectric is almost zero. So with the diagram I will explain why there is no flow of charges, but how there is an electrostatic field. But before that, the electrical conductivity of a dielectric is zero. The electrical conductivity of a dielectric is almost zero. Why? Because there are no free electrons. So let's suppose you have a 2 charged plate. So here you have a positively charged plate and here you have a negatively charged plate. So let's suppose you have kept a dielectric substance between these 2 plates. So this is what? This is dielectric substance. So this will never let, so this the material which you have kept here will never let electricity to pass through it. So that means no electric current, but this can show the electric effect. That means this can create the electric field. How will this can create the electric field? So this substance will be made of some molecules. Let's suppose you have few molecules which are there in the substance. So in this molecules you will obviously have the positive and negative charges. So the negative charge will get attracted to the positive side, and the positive part of this molecule will get attracted to this side of the plate. And the same thing happens for all the other molecules, negative, positive, negative, positive. So if you observe, there is a orientation of charges. When this will happen? When there is an electric field. So in presence of this electric field, the charges which are present in the molecules will orient themselves in a particular order. So when they orient, so if you observe, this inner charges will cancel each other, and if you see, there are few outer charges which will create a layer, and because of these two outer charges there will be an induced electric field from the substance. So this E here is known as induced electric field. So here is the positive layer and here is the negative layer. So electric field will move from positive to negative. So this shows that, so even if there is no flow of charges, the dielectric can exert an electrostatic field, and the conductivity of a dielectric material is almost zero. So where are these dielectrics are used? So dielectrics are used to increase the capacitance of the capacitor. So you might have learned the concept of capacitor in your PUC second year. So there you will learn these dielectrics are used to increase the capacitance of the capacitor. So next, what are the examples for the dielectrics? So dielectrics are insulating materials. So all insulators are not dielectrics. So all dielectrics are insulators. So example would be glass, ebonite, mica, rubber, etc. So these are the examples for the dielectrics. So now you understood, if you have a dielectric, so there in the dielectric material it will have the neutral molecules, and these molecules will have the positive, negative, negative, positive charges. So if you apply the electric field for this dielectric, then these molecules will orient themselves in a particular order that I showed in the first figure. Now, so there are basically two types of dielectric materials. So when you apply the electric field, there occurs a polarization because there will be the separation of positive and negative charges. So if you take the types of dielectrics, so there are basically two types. So one is called polar dielectrics or polar molecules, and the other is known as non-polar molecules. So the purpose of this dielectric is what? It can increase the capacitance of the capacitor. So now, so let us learn what are polar molecules. Polar molecules. So if center of gravity of positive charge does not coincide with the center of mass of the negative charge, and those kind of molecules can be said as polar molecules, because these molecules will show the permanent dipole moment. So let me draw the diagram. So you have the H2O, water. So this water molecule is a polar molecule. So if you draw the diagram for water, so water has a bent structure wherein two hydrogens are in a lower side and oxygen is in the upside of the molecule. So now, here you have the oxygen. The two hydrogen of the water molecules are positively charged and oxygen is negatively charged. So if you observe the center of mass of the hydrogen atom for the first atom, so that will be somewhere here, center of mass. So for the second hydrogen atom, the center of mass will be here. So now if you take the center of mass for these two atoms, hydrogen atoms, then the center of mass would fall somewhere here. So this is the center of mass for the two hydrogen atoms. Now if you observe the center of mass for the oxygen atom, so that will come somewhere here. So now if you observe, so there is a finite separation between the negative charge and the positive charge. So this creates the permanent dipole. So dipole moment will be from where to where? So it will always be from negative to positive. So this is dipole moment. So this creates the permanent dipole moment. Polar molecules will have permanent dipole moment. Why they have permanent dipole moment? Because the charges are separated by some distance. So what is dipole moment? So dipole is something when two equal and opposite charges are separated by finite distance, then that creates a dipole. So here the dipole moment is from negative to positive. So negative here is oxygen atom. So polar means the separation between positive or negative charges in the absence of electric field. So here we are not applying the electric field. So if you apply the electric field, obviously the charges will get oriented. But here in the absence of electric field, you can see the separation of two kinds of charges, positive charge and the negative charge. So this creates the polar molecules. Polar molecules are the molecules wherein the center of gravity of positive charge does not coincide with the center of mass of the negative charge, and thus the molecule will have permanent dipole moment. So if I write the definition, if the center of gravity of, so this is center of mass of positive charges does not coincide with the center of mass of negative charges, and thus creates the permanent dipole moment. So these kind of molecules are known as polar molecules. So another example for polar molecules would be HCl. So this is the second example, HCl. So in HCl, if you observe, hydrogen is positively charged and chlorine is negatively charged. And the center of mass for the hydrogen will be here, and the center of mass for the chlorine will be somewhere here. And there is a finite separation distance between hydrogen, positively charged hydrogen and chlorine. Thus, this creates the dipole, and the direction of dipole will be in this direction. So that is negative to positive. So from negative to positive, you can see the dipole moment. So now here, if you observe these two molecules, HCl and water, then you can say that these are non-symmetrical molecules. So there is no symmetry in their molecules. So these are non-symmetrical. So now let us go to the non-polar molecules. So non-polar molecules have the center of mass of positive charge and the center of mass of negative charge will coincide. So that kind of molecules are known as non-polar molecules. So what are non-polar molecules? So these are the molecules wherein the center of gravity of positive charge coincide with the center of gravity of negative charge. Such molecules are called non-polar molecules. So example would be CO2, carbon dioxide. So in carbon dioxide, so here you will have the carbon, and here you have oxygen, and here you have oxygen. So the center of mass of the oxygen atom will be here. So oxygen is negatively charged, and this oxygen is also negatively charged, but carbon is positively charged. The center of mass of this oxygen is here, and the center of mass for this carbon atom is here. But if you observe, the center of mass for these two oxygen atoms will coincide with the carbon atom. Hence, there will be a dipole moment. But here, if you observe, the dipole moment between oxygen atom and carbon atom will be in this direction, and the dipole moment between oxygen atom and carbon atom will be in this direction, because dipole moment direction will be from negative to positive. So here it is negative to positive. So let us this be P2 and P1. Since these two are in opposite directions, so these two will get cancelled. That is, net dipole moment is 0. So P in non-polar molecules is 0. So another example for non-polar molecules will be H2, hydrogen molecule. So here you have hydrogen, hydrogen, so plus, plus, H, H. So this is the center of mass for the H, and this is the center of mass for the H. And if you see, there is no dipole moment between these two atoms. Hence, these are called as non-polar molecules. Example for non-polar molecules is carbon dioxide, hydrogen molecule, oxygen molecule. But the example for polar molecules are water and HCl. So in last concept, that is in polar molecules, you saw that these molecules are not symmetrical, but if you observe here, these molecules are symmetric molecules. Symmetric molecules. That is, non-polar molecules are the symmetric molecules. Now, we also know that the polar molecules have dipole moment even in the absence of external electric field. So, in the absence of any external electric field in a dielectric with the polar molecules, so you will have the dipole moment. So let's see. So there's one more thing. So in an absence of electric field, what will happen? So the molecules in the dielectrics will be oriented in the different order. So here you have plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, minus, plus, minus, plus, plus, minus, minus, plus, plus, minus, minus, plus, plus, minus, minus, plus, plus, minus, minus, plus. So in the absence of external electric field, the molecules in a dielectric will be oriented randomly. So the total dipole moment of this molecule will be 0. But now if you apply the electric field, so if you apply the electric field here, so this is positively charged, and this is negatively charged. So electric field will be from positive to negative. So if you keep this in the electric field, then these molecules will get oriented in a particular manner, hence showing the net dipole moment. So this positive plate will get attracted to the negative part of the molecule. The same thing happens for all the molecules. Right. Here the electric field is not equals to 0. Because of this presence of electric field, the molecules will orient themselves or tend to align with the field. So when an external electric field is applied, the individual dipole moments tend to align with the field. So the dipole moment of the molecules add up to give a net dipole moment for a dielectric in a direction of external electric field. So now this dielectric can be said as polarized. So here this dielectric is polarized. So in this, if you observe, this plus minus plus minus plus minus plus minus will get cancelled, and this plus minus, this plus minus, this plus minus, and this plus minus will get cancelled. What remains is this layer and this layer of the dielectric. So this is known as dielectric polarization. So what is dielectric polarization? So the polarization of a dielectric is the process of inducing equal and opposite charges on the two opposite faces of the dielectric on the application of electric field. So here you have electric field. So on the application of this electric field, you are inducing equal and opposite charges on two different faces of the dielectric. So that is known as dielectric polarization. So dielectric is process of inducing equal and opposite charge or charges on the two opposite faces of the dielectric on the application of electric field. So what we have done here, so we have created the layer of negative charges and the layer of positive charges within the dielectric substance by applying the external electric field. So whenever you apply the external electric field on the dielectric substance, the molecules which were randomly arranged will get oriented in the direction of electric field, and that creates a polarization. So that is known as dielectric polarization, and the definition is polarization of a dielectric is a process of inducing equal and opposite charges on the two opposite faces of the dielectric on the application of electric field. So this is the dielectric polarization. So now this polarization can occur in non-polar molecules. So how this polarization can occur in non-polar molecules? So if you keep this non-polar molecules in an electric field, so there is a possible of there's a possibility of separating the positive and negative charges. So if you apply the field, the positive charges will get attracted to the negative plate and the negative charges will gets attracted to the positive plate. Hence there will be a finite separation between the positive and negative charges of non-polar molecules in presence of electric field, and thus that creates the electric dipole, and these molecules will orient themselves in a direction of electric field. Hence there will be the net dipole moment in the dielectric or non-polar molecules, and this dipole moment will come because of the presence of electric field. So if I draw so here there is a diagram which is given in your textbook, so that is something like this. So here you have positive, negative, positive, negative and positive, negative. So here electric field is equals to 0. So if you keep this in the electric field, then what will happen? So the alignment of dipoles occur, or the reorientation of the molecules occur. Hence these molecules will also show the net dipole moment. Hence whether a dielectric is polar or non-polar, so they can create or they can develop a net dipole moment in presence of electric field. A dielectric with polar or non-polar molecules in presence of electric field develops net dipole moment, and therefore dipole moment per unit volume of a substance is called polarization. What is polarization? It is the dipole moment, per unit volume of a substance is called polarization. And this polarization is denoted by P. So every time I write P, so denotes the polarization. So here you have induced dipole moment, and this induced dipole moment is directly proportional to what? So it is proportional to electric field. Why? Because in presence of this electric field only the orientation of molecules occur, and hence there will be net dipole moment. Hence we can say that this dipole moment is directly proportional to the electric field, and the direction of induced dipole moment is parallel to the direction of electric field. So P can also be written as P is equals to alpha E. So here alpha is the constant of proportionality or molecular polarizability of the dielectric. P is equals to alpha E.